The Chase Sapphire Preferred just got its biggest refresh in 5 years. New spending categories, new credits, new protections, and on paper, it looks like Chase finally built a card that can go toe-to-toe with the AMEX Gold. But after going through every single change, I think there's one thing that most people aren't really talking about, and until Chase fixes it, the Gold Card still has the edge for a specific type of traveler. So let me break it down for you guys. 2 things I want you to keep in mind as we go through this. 1, the Chase Sapphire Preferred used to have a benefit that made it one of the most beloved travel cards ever made, and Chase just devalued it. And 2, by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly which card fits your life based on how you actually spend and travel. Real quick guys, don't forget to subscribe because I'm posting weekly videos on credit cards, reward points, and how to actually get more value from the cards you already use. And hitting the like button really does help the channel more than you'd think. So thank you. All right, let's get back to it. To understand why this refresh is such a big deal, you need to understand what the Chase Sapphire Preferred used to be known for. For years, this card had a cult following, and a huge part of that was its 1-to-1 ratio with the world of Hyatt. Hyatt points are some of the most valuable hotel points in existence. Being able to move Chase Ultimate Rewards directly to Hyatt at full value made the Chase Sapphire Preferred a no-brainer for anyone who stayed with Hyatt. Sadly though, on June 15th, 2026, Chase moved that 1-to-1 Hyatt transfer rate exclusively to the Sapphire Reserve. The Chase Sapphire Preferred holders now transfer at a 4-to-3 ratio, meaning that every 4 Chase points you transfer, you get 3 Hyatt points, and that means your points are worth 25% less when you're transferring to Hyatt, which kind of changed the entire identity of this card. So what did Chase do to remedy this? They rebuilt the card and focused it on a broader everyday travel card. To start, they added in new earning categories. The Chase Sapphire Preferred now earns 3x on dining, 3x on groceries, 3x on streaming, 3x on gas station, and 3x on vacation rentals. Plus, of course, the 5x on Chase Travel and 2x on all other travel, and then 1x on everything else. That is a meaningfully wider net than before. Streaming, gas, vacation rentals, these are categories the old Chase Sapphire Preferred completely ignored, and the categories that the AMEX Gold still ignores today. But what the AMEX Gold doesn't ignore, it tends to dominate. You'll get 4x at restaurants worldwide up to $50K annually, and 4x at US supermarkets up to $25,000 a year, 5x on hotels booked through AMEX Travel, and 3x flights, and 1x on everything else. Now, if your spending is concentrated on food, dining out, and groceries, the Gold is still the industry leader. That 4x rate on dining is one of the best earning rates on any card at any price point. Where Chase Sapphire Preferred now wins is variety. If your spending is spread across a lot of different categories, the Chase Sapphire Preferred outperforms the Gold Card by a long shot. The Gold Card earns elite on 2 categories and subpar on pretty much everything else. Now that we know how we are earning, let's discuss the fees we pay and the credits we get back. The Chase Sapphire Preferred is a $95 a year card, and this is something that doesn't get enough attention or credit because they could have followed suit like everyone else and raised the annual fee with the refresh. But they didn't. And on top of that, they increased the hotel credit from 50 to 100 through Chase Travel. All you need to do is book 1 hotel stay through Chase, and the card has paid for itself. That's a genuinely strong value proposition for a $95 card. It also added a $120 global entry or TSA pre-check credit every 4 years, and gives you a complimentary Dash Pass membership, which is a $120 value for 12 months. Plus, all Dash Pass members get a $10 monthly promo, which equals to about $120 annually. So if my math is correct, that's a $370 value annually altogether, which could even cover the AMEX Gold's annual fee of $325 a year. Similar to the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the AMEX Gold has a $120 Uber Cash and a $120 Uber Dining credit. paid out in its $10 monthly increments. Additionally, the Gold Card gives you $84 for Dunkin', which is around $7 a month, and a $100 Resi credit. And as you guys can see, AMEX Gold is really leaning into the strength as the food card. But I really wish they added a hotel credit like the Chase Sapphire Preferred, as I find it to be the easiest credit to redeem. So in my opinion, even though you get more credits from the AMEX Gold Card, the Chase Sapphire Preferred credits have more value. Now this is a category that gets slept on the most and never really comes to mind until something bad happens. But travel protections are an amazing benefit if you've ever had to use them. And I want you to think about something for a second. If I told you one of these cards costs $325 a year and the other costs $95, which one do you think has the better travel protection? You'd probably say the $325 card, and you would be wrong. The AMEX Gold gives you trip delay assistance, baggage insurance, secondary rental car coverage, the global assistant hotline, and no foreign transaction fees. But the Sapphire Preferred has every single one of those plus primary rental card coverage, so your personal insurance never gets touched. Baggage delay reimbursement, roadside assistant, purchase protection, and brand new in 2026, the emergency evacuation coverage. One card is $325 a year, the other is $95, and the $95 card wins this category, and it's not even close. Now, if you're already leaning towards the Chase Sapphire Preferred, now is generally one of the best times to apply. The welcome bonus is sitting at 100,000 ultimate reward points, which is the highest offer this card has ever had. The link is in the description below, and I'll remind you guys at the end again. Alright guys, so this is the part I mentioned at the top. The one thing that's missing from the Chase Sapphire Preferred refresh that most people aren't talking about. Now, if you're familiar with the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, it has access to the Edit, which is Chase's luxury hotel program. When you book through the Edit as a Reserve card holder, you get perks like room upgrades, complimentary breakfast, early check-in, late checkout, and property credits. It's Chase's answer to the Amex Fine Hotel and Resorts program. Unfortunately though, the Chase Sapphire Preferred has no access to the Edit program. Now compare that to the Amex Gold Card, it comes with access to the Hotel Collection. This is where you book a stay for 2 or more nights through the Amex Travel in the Hotel Collection properties, and you'll get a $100 experience credit per stay, which can be toward dining, spa, and other property experiences, plus a room upgrade, late and early check-in, all when it's available. And sure, that's not a line item credit on the statement like the Chase Sapphire Preferred, but that's an elevated hotel experience every single time you travel. Better room, more money to spend on property, and perks that make your stay feel premium. This is where the Gold Card to me pulls ahead for travelers who care about the hotel experience. Not just earning points, but actually experiencing something when they get there. And until Chase gives the Sapphire Preferred access to the Edit or something similar, the Chase Sapphire Preferred cannot go head-to-head with the Gold on the travel experience side. So where does this all land? The Chase Sapphire Preferred refresh made it a better overall travel card. With broader spending categories, stronger credits, best-in-class travel protections for the price, if your priority is a flexible everyday card that earns well across a lot of categories and you're primarily redeeming it for flights, the Chase Sapphire Preferred gets a slight edge over the AMEX Gold, and with that new $100 hotel credit, that basically pays the annual fee, so the entry point has never been better. But guys, if you are a frequent traveler who cares about the hotel experience, the Gold remains the better travel card. Dining is still unmatched at 4x, and the Hotel Collection gives you access to real, tangible perks at hotel properties at a level that the Chase Sapphire Preferred simply doesn't offer. I do believe both cards could be better, and hopefully someone at their corporate offices run across this video and see this, because the move I'd want to see from Chase is giving this Sapphire Preferred access to the Edit and at very least something to rival the Hotel Collection. For the AMEX Gold Card, I wish they would dial back the food angle a bit and add a true hotel credit and a better travel protection similar to the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Right now, the Gold Card is stuck in limbo between the ultimate food and travel experience card. But let me know if you disagree or agree with this hot take in the comments. Now, as always, guys, I want to remind everyone who watches my videos that whatever card you choose, make sure to pay the balance off in full every single month. The points are only going to benefit you if you're not paying interest on them. If you decide you're going with the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, the 100,000 point welcome bonus link is in the description below. As mentioned before, this is the highest offer this card has ever had. But if you want to go deeper on the AMEX Gold Card, I have a full review linked right here. If you guys have made it this far and you've learned something, please do subscribe. I break down credit cards and travel rewards every week so you can stop leaving money on the table. So I'll see you guys in the next one.